Hi everybody, welcome back to another balloon tutorial. Today we're going to be twisting this Yeti. That's right, just something else you can add. And this is one of the balloons that came out recently, the print did, and so I'm going to make sure that you can have a chance to use it in case you did buy it. You're like, now what do I do? How do I use it? What do I make with it? You're going to make this, and it's pretty darn easy, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about the balloons we're going to use and the markers that I use. I also have a cutter down here. Let me go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay, ta-da. All right, and you know it's kind of interesting. It almost like matches the Yeti's colors too. So, so here we are. This is what I ended up with for the blue. You can definitely use this. I think is a Caribbean blue. It's always look pretty nice. But when I colored on the balloon with this blue marker, see it's like a light blue, right? They don't exactly match. What's kind of funny is when you draw on it, it comes out pretty close. But I think if you have like a pale blue, that'll look pretty good. Alrighty, and so the balloons that we have here, we have our white balloon and actually both white balloons, but you can see they're blown up to different sizes, okay? This one's the one we're gonna use for the legs. We're just gonna create a loop with this, and this is we're gonna use for the upper torso section, okay? And then the other piece is the actual printed balloon, okay? And that's gonna be easy to do, but you know, I inflated this like a little more than I normally do just because I wanted that print to show up nice and big and the head to be proportionate to the rest of the body, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. If you've never been to any of my videos, welcome. And the way I do it is I'll bring the sound down so we can minimize the squeaking and maximize the teaching. And during that time as well, I'll do voiceovers. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's bring that sound down. We're gonna go ahead and start with the upper torso. We're gonna use one of our white balloons. We're gonna use the one that's inflated up most. So the first thing I did is I created I'm gonna go for the hand. And so it was a loop followed by a pinch twist, followed by the arm, followed by 2 pinch twists. There we are. I was getting ahead of myself there. I almost went ahead to this part where we're going to create another loop. And don't worry, I'll give the measurements here in just a moment. You'll see when you put my hand up here just to go over it because I had gotten ahead of myself because I use this part, you know, or this, you know, top part for a torso like a lot. And so I just gotten, you know, acting like I was at a gig or something. So there we are. Go ahead and twist that around there and break that off. Don't need the rest of that. Good, 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 good. Okay, so here we are. So those loops for the hands, they're about 3 fingers. 3 fingers, pinch twist, and that arm is about 4 to 5. Just depends on how long you want it to be. And that actual loop there for the torso, the main section there, the core, is about 4 to 5 fingers. And so now we are moving on to our other balloon. And you notice I went for the tail end to pull it through. Usually if that goes through, then the whole balloon's gonna go through. And so you can decide when you do this loop here, how long you want those legs to be. And it's just one of those things where you just work on the proportion, you'll find what looks best for you. And you know what happens is, I think it's one of those things that we do intuitively, like if we see proportions that are acceptable, then it makes our design look, you know, better overall. So keep that in mind when you do it, that you don't want, you know, super long legs. I mean, unless it's specially requested. Just, I guess there's a norm, you know, and if we deviate too far from it, it can look a little wonky or weird. Maybe. Anyway, we'll move to the feet now. I don't mean to get all philosophical on how long, you know, things should be or not be. There we go. So we went from the side of the foot to the big toe to the descending toe size. You see that? And then we're going to go ahead and twist that in the middle and pull that nozzle right through there. There we go. And then I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. So we got the side of our foot, and then we got our big toe, and then the bubble size is going to descend. I think I said ascending the first time. Oops. So yeah, it's going to descend in size. There we go. And now I can go ahead and break off what I have left here. And this is actually one thing I want to point out as well. It's good time to have a cutter if you don't have one. This is a good place to, you know, a good motivator to have one. Because I'm cutting off any extra pieces of the balloon. I don't want a bunch of balloon left at the bottom here when I go ahead and slide the feet through. Same thing. See, I'm going to go ahead and trim the excess of this white balloon down. So again, when I start to pull the feet down inside that loop, it's nice and clean for the most part. So all I'm going to do is put the feet through there, or 1 foot, and then I can slide it down. There we go. And now I can just give those feet a twist, or twist the, either one. Just give it a nice twist till you find what you like. And I keep the big toes in the front, and then the other two, or the other toes are gonna go back. And so the last thing we're gonna do now that that's done is we're gonna go ahead and inflate our printed balloon. So one less thing you gotta do, you don't have to draw it. It's already printed for you, and you're gonna go ahead and wrap that around the neck a couple times, or around the arm there, and then hide that away. And then you can put the balloon in between those two pinch twists that you made. Alrighty, so thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you found that pretty darn easy, and we're gonna go ahead and color this little buddy in, and we will be done. Thanks for hanging out. Alrighty, so that's it for the twisting. I tried something a little bit different this time, and that is I moved closer to the camera and I brought up the design, or the twisting, up here. So that way hopefully it wasn't dipping too much out of frame, so you could see it the whole time. Okay, so let's go over the artwork really quick. We're gonna color in this area blue right here, and then we'll do the little, actually I'll do that first. I'll do the hair, and I'm gonna look at this one for reference. It's right down here on top of my case. Let me go ahead and hold that up just for a second, so you can really look at that artwork, because this will help really sell it, that he's not just, that he's like furry, that's the idea behind it. All right, so, okay, so I went right in the middle there. Okay, I'm gonna go right to the left arm, his left arm, and I'm gonna repeat that. Okay, so you see I'm got the idea, like if you were doing like a maybe an Elmo, you could do something like this, or a another puppet. So I'm gonna go down to the leg. Okay, there we go. And the other addition I'm gonna make is at like the cuffs, the cuff area. I'll do that again. See that? Right there. And on that side. Okay. And then I'm gonna go down and do it at the bottom as well. So we can kind of create like a, when we do that, like a cutoff, kinda. Okay. That's the idea behind it, that it's, a cutoff area. That's where the fur would end, and then the, whatever it is, the hand or the foot starts. Okay. All right. And then last but not least is coloring in the face, and that's it. So let's do this little by little here. I'm going to show you for the sides of the mouth here. Okay, so you see I went down there beside on the edges of the mouth there. And for the nose area, because it's not, if you look at the bottom of it, where the nostrils are, there isn't a line that goes there that cuts off the, where the mustache starts and the nose ends. I'm still gonna create an oval shape there. So even though we don't have a line there to cut us off, you can still cut it off with the color. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, kinda, sorta. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and color in the rest of the face. I'm actually, when I do this too, I'm gonna go ahead and hit up the eyes as well. I'm just gonna do one swoop all the way across. And it's gonna color our eyes and in between the eyes as well. And then we'll color in the rest of the face. Alrighty. And that's the nice part about having the chisel marker, is you'll color it in pretty darn fast. And actually I'm gonna try to do it without lifting it as well. Oops, and I lifted. As soon as I say that, I lifted. Ha. What a clown. What a clown. Alrighty, there we go. Okay. But that's the nice part about the chisel marker, is that you can color that little booty super fast. All right, let me see, make sure I didn't forget anything. If you want to add, in this case, you can see this one that I did ahead of time. I had done yellow for the teeth, and then if you have a red or this, what is it, like an, I don't know, like a dark pink kind of, you can do the tongue that way as well, okay? But anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, I appreciate it. And you know what, while I come to the end here, actually no, I won't. I was gonna say, I thought I had the colors right over here ready to color this as I went out, but I don't. They're like back there, and I don't want to go back there to, just for that, so I can color this. But I thank you very much for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good time. Hopefully you're enjoying some of these you know, designs that go with these printed balloons. That way, if you get it, again, as I said at the very beginning, you'll know what to do with it, and then hopefully, you know, this will just be the point where you jump off and make your own stuff, which is kind of cool. You know, that's the good thing. Sometimes you need somebody to just kind of, you know, kind of just, you know, spark a little bit of an idea for you, and then you just take off with it. So like I said, if you like these videos and you know, some of these designs, just comment down below, and I'm curious to know, you know, what you guys are making. And you can always find me up, you know, hit me up on other places, other social medias like, you know, Facebook or Instagram. Instagram, by the way, JLoMagic1. Okay, in case you're looking for me, you'll see my feed is like nothing but balloons, and maybe a little bit of drawing here and there, you know. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Happy twisting. Bye.